Why did you bring it forward?
I don't know. I thought I wanted to hold it, but I don't think I do.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was a reason why you wanted to hold it, like you were, feeling the need to self-soothe. I didn't know.
It probably was earlier.
What are you self-soothing? Was it your hair?
Maybe my hair, maybe just the amount of parenting. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But I feel good now.
Didn't choose that journey, so.
I know. It's all right.
It is, it is, it is. Remind me, did you choose that journey or did that journey happen? Like, was
Well,
Lily
here's the
planned
thing.
or unplanned?
Well, so Lily was discussed many a time. I was diagnosed with endometriosis when I was real young.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was always told it would be
Difficult.
very, very difficult.
I have been
Nearly
told the same with
impossible.
my polycystic ovarian syndrome. Yeah, yeah.
So I wasn't super careful. So we always knew like there was a possibility.
Oh, all right.
And like we had been engaged for over a year and stuff. And
So desired but not planned.
yes. And like we had had the conversation that like we wanted kids someday and we knew that it was probably going to be difficult. So like if it happened, then cool.
Great.
But also I was in my last year of college. I still had student teaching to go. Like,
Mhm.
we weren't married yet.
Yeah, I get that.
So it was just very much a surprise.
I mean, and what a good one.
I know.
I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
that surprise.
me too.
Also, your other surprise.
Yes, he was definitely planned.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well, then
Lily was,
gift.
yeah, Lily was like 2.5.
Mhm.
And we were like, we knew we wanted to space them. Like we knew we wanted 2 kids.
Mhm.
And we knew we wanted to space them out between like 2 and 4 years.
Mhm.
And like when 2 years came around, I was like, I'm not ready yet.
I get
And
that.
then like 2.5 years came around and we had the conversation like, oh yeah, like maybe we
Mhm.
stop being careful again.
Yeah.
And we had that conversation. And I'm pretty sure that conversation ended in, and I'm pretty sure that was the night I
Oh my gosh,
conceived
really?
Max. Yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, because like immediately after that conversation,
Wow, manifested.
yeah, I started having really bad gallbladder attacks.
Oh no.
And so we like did not get another chance to like try or practice
Oh
or anything like that for
man.
quite a while. And like I had my gallbladder out. And
While you were pregnant or after?
well, it turns out I was pregnant. They took a pregnancy test
Oh, and it
on a
wasn't positive?
Thursday, right before my surgery. And then I tested again on Monday and it was positive. So
Wild.
yeah.
Oh man, what a journey.
Yeah.
Well, wow. All right, okay. At least your gallbladder was taken care of, even though, like, whoo.
Yeah, I was so
glad
scared.
Max was safe.
Yeah, so then I immediately called my doctor's office and I was like, I just had surgery, but it turns out I'm pregnant, but only like 5 seconds. So I'm scared. And they're like, well,
It's already done.
yeah, like,
Hope it's okay.
yeah,
Wow.
we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
I almost said hot diggity, and I was like, that's not
That's
the
an
word I wanted.
interesting choice. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say hot damn, and then I was like, well, that's not ideal. And so then my brain went to hot diggity, and I was like, no, gotta go back to damn. But then damn came out weird.
Yeah.
You guys can relate, right?
Probably for sure. I mean, I do
I
that
said right, but
lot.
like it was rhetorical. They relate.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys relate. You get me.
Yeah.
You get us. You get us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing always be falling down so soon after I sit down.
Well, because it's a soft thing
I
on a
know.
slidey thing.
But we have to get something to go behind me then that, because I feel like my hair just matches the exact color of the chair.
Well, maybe you just take it off, sit, and then do what you just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
And then it's
gonna fall down again because I move and I wiggle and it slides.
Well, then maybe get something like rubber back.
Yeah. A little rug. A chair. I need to get a little
Like a
chair rug.
bathroom rug.
Yeah. I need to get a little chair rug.
What is a chair rug?
Bathroom rug to sit
Oh,
on top
okay,
of the
great,
chair.
great. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Kind of like the wall rug.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the wall rug.
Me too.
She's just
Lovely.
giving. Don't mind me petting with the grain over here.
They can't see.
I'm sorry. There we go. Petting with the grain. So those of you listening, we screwed a rug to a wall for sound insulation. If we haven't mentioned that already, it's 10 out of 10. Like, hop on over to YouTube just to like give her a glance because
so the walls in here have been painted like a soft purpley pinky
yeah, like if
color.
purple and pink had a baby that could be seen only at like twilight,
Yeah.
that would be the color of the walls.
Yes. And then we have a dusty baby pink rug, textured rug hanging on the other wall.
Yeah. Good description for the folks that don't want to hop over to
Yeah,
YouTube to take
yeah.
a look.
And it is just so luscious because we did not want like traditional sound insulation.
No,
it's not our
it's
vibe.
ugly.
It's just not our vibe.
Well, and it's so rigid, as in like the patterns available. I mean, they have some that are, because we do have some sound panels that have like a picture on it,
Like
but like you can only have so many pictures hung in a room unless you're doing a gallery wall, and that's just visually confusing. On a podcast, I feel like. So speaking of today's topic, which is being feral.
Yeah.
Or feral. I've heard some people say it feral, but I mostly
I've
say it
never
feral.
heard it like that.
I think it's, as we were talking about yesterday, when you read a word versus hear a word.
Oh, yeah.
It can be very different. So anywhoozle, speaking of being fully feral, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna buy a rug and staple it to a wall.
Yeah.
Well, I use screws because I don't want it to fall down. But like, who said this isn't the 1970s and that I can't put carpet on a wall? No one. I don't. Some people would probably tell me that, but our landlord didn't.
Yeah.
Sweet Kate with Essentials Natural Family Health was like, yeah, that sounds dope. Do it.
Yeah.
She didn't say dope, but
no. But
she gave us carte blanche to stick a rug on a wall.
Yeah.
Well, because when I was Googling what is the best for sound insulation, one of the answers was carpet.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, let's find the coolest fucking rug and let's go.
You did it.
Oh.
You did it, Big Bird.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. I like it. I like the heart. We have like a heart pretzel.
Yeah. So off screen, kind of half off screen, half off. This is one of the curves of it. It makes a shape that looks kind of like a pretzel, kind of like a heart. And I like that for us.
I really do. It's like a big knot heart pretzel.
I
love it. I love it.
If you're local, come on out to one of our events at You're So Welcome and ask to see our podcasting room, and we will give you the full little tour. Yeah.
Happy to show it off.
Yeah. I mean, probably like after the event, not like before it.
Yeah.
I'm super in advance. But then sometimes I cruise in at like 20 minutes to an event because I got shit to do.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Things such as
life,
laying on a couch, resting.
Yes, then that's valid.
It is. Because if I'm better rested, I'm a better practitioner, coach, mentor for the people who show up for our events. So yeah. So after an event, happy to show you the podcast room.
Yes. Very much.
Yeah. So anyway, putting a rug on a wall is one way in which I have celebrated my fully feral self recently.
I love that.
Is there a way that you know that you've celebrated your fully feral self recently?
Oh my goodness.
You're like too many ways. Let me count the ways.
Let me count the ways. I just don't even know where to start. I mean, I stop frequently and like talk to the moon.
I love that.
Yes. I howled at the moon a tremendous amount in January, of course, because that was the wolf moon. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, I just be like stopping in the middle of the parking lot, or like when I get out of my car and I'll just like catch a glimpse of her and I'll just be like, oh, hey, you're gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I love that. Okay, so we have two examples of what being feral looks like for us. And I think being feral can look so different from person to person.
Oh, yes.
But I would love for us to talk a little bit at the beginning about like why it's important to be even talking about what it means to be feral, like why inviting some feral vibes into your life can be like so good. You know, we could also like weight the back of that or like pin it to the back so that it doesn't slide forward.
I've got some like under rug non-slip stuff that I think will work.
Oh, that we can put on the beautiful scarf and then.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. So according to you, sweet Ashley Gleason, why is it important to allow feral vibes in your life?
Oh, because I think it is so freeing. And I think that it allows ourselves to basically tap into and feel into the moment of now in whatever moment we are into and really get in touch with our wants and our needs and our body and our desires in the moment. And I feel like as adults, we often push those things to the back of our minds because we get so caught up in the things we need to do, the responsibilities, the
the adulting.
Yeah. And I say important with air quotes, right? Because I feel like being free and being open and being in tune with those things are also so, so very important.
Why is it important? Like, for what reason?
Because it reminds us it just reminds us that life is about more than just getting through the day-to-day.
Yes.
It's about enjoying and experiencing all of the things. And I say all of the things and not just like the fun things or the wild things or whatever, like, because I think being feral or going feral or like rewilding or things like that, I think it's not always just fun. But I think that it's important to remember to experience all of the things.
Yes. Well, and in my experience, sorry, I hate starting sentences with things like in my experience or in my opinion because it's like unnecessary because this is my podcast, so of course it's my opinion. And it's a hedging phrase. It's right. Well, you might disagree with me, so I'm going to preface with in my opinion. So in my confidence era. Yeah. Because just talking earlier this morning about how I have achieved a new expansion recently in my confidence. Yeah. And in how I allow myself to be. So we are going to eliminate that phrase.
I love how in just saying that just now, like you like
I was like,
you sat up straighter, like
confident.
Yeah, you're like opened up your whole like chest, your heart space.
Well, and here I'm actually gonna readjust it completely for a second.
We might also want to introduce the podcast.
Oh yeah.
After you say what you want to say, or before, whatever, however you want to do it.
Let's do it right after.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So in listening to what you were saying, it's wow, it's really hard for me to not say I think. Isn't that so funny?
Yeah.
And that might not be how other people use the phrase I think. I know that that's how I use the phrase I think. I can feel the feelings in my body. Like I know that that's a hedging phrase for me.
Right.
It's a beautiful tool, rewilding, going feral, inviting your even like inner child work and whimsy.
Yes.
It's a tool that you can use to make the responsibilities, the regular daily life, things feel more fun.
Yes.
Because when you give yourself permission to staple a rug to a wall or howl at the moon or just go to a swing set as an adult without children just to remember what it's like to swing or to like pretend to be a crab in your kitchen with your husband and like scuttle around being weird.
Yeah.
Right? Like being feral.
Yeah.
It makes all of the mundane, the things that we see as responsibilities or have to do's, feel like get to do's.
Yeah.
Feel like fun.
Yeah.
Because if I can be fucking around with my husband in the kitchen pretending to be crab people, then I'm not thinking about how tired I am and I don't want to be cooking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's another layer to who you get to be.
Yes.
And when you get to be more of yourself in that way, you open up different feelings than what you typically would have.
Yes.
Such as hating to cook, dreading feeding yourself again because it feels like a chore because I'm clearly struggling with like, I'm working on it. I am learning how to enjoy my nutritional behaviors.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
The language you use to yourself matters.
Yes, it really does.
So, okay. Now that I said the thing that I know that I wanted to say, we can introduce our podcast.
Fantastic.
If you don't already know yet, hi, beautiful humans. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to Your Soul Welcome,
a podcast of healing out loud for humans exploring, spelunking through their deepest hearts. Yeah. I will forever sing our intro song after we
I love it. I love it. I think that's great.
We'll just always get a tiny replay.
Yeah.
Have a couple of notes.
Have a little doot-doots.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it.
And to continue this conversation of why, wherefore, for what reason, to be able to bring in other emotions through being feral, through being wild and free, and to do whatever the fuck you want about tiny things that don't matter. Like, for example, a rug on a wall doesn't matter. Like, sure, it's useful, but it also could have been sound panels.
Right.
It's secured incredibly well, so it's not a danger to anyone. So it doesn't matter. So to be able to do something that I want to fucking do that in no way technically matters.
Yeah.
How fucking freeing is that? How many opportunities do you guys have in your lives to be able to invite that I get to do what I want into your life in ways that don't matter to other people, but matter a lot to you, that matter to your heart, that matter to, for me, my aesthetics and beauty and making the world beautiful and making the spaces that I live in is emotional and spiritual alchemy for me. It might be totally different things for you, and that's okay. it's when you allow yourself to be free in those ways that feel silly and fun and weird and like you're a little kid squatting at the edge of a river making a mud pie or searching for rocks, or I don't know, just doing whatever you want, like being Smeagol searching for shiny rocks, like whatever it is, whatever your thing is that says feral to you. And I invite you to ask yourself what feral activities feel fun, like the things that seem taboo but also seem alluring at the same time.
Yes.
When you give yourself permission to do those things, even though they're weird or uncommon or most people aren't doing them, you are acknowledging parts of yourself that you have not acknowledged for years.
Right.
You are allowing space. Oh, I liked the way I said,
yeah.
God, that felt powerful.
Yeah.
You are allowing space for so much more of you to be present in your whole life. And when more of you is present in your whole life, you have access to more joy. You have access to more fun and play and energy and verve and excitement and zeal and zest and all of the beautiful, like high energy words that we don't get to use often enough. Get to be present in your life because you are allowing the naturalness of that to come through.
Yes.
And I think that's fucking life-changing.
It really is. It is.
I need to make more sense.
And you get to because we have this beautiful rug on the wall.
I'm also really aiming up, you guys. I'm really trying not to scream into the microphone.
So valid.
But like, also being vocally feral, a total bop for me.
Yeah.
Being vocally feral is one of my favorite things to do.
I like to make bird noises outside.
Yeah, same.
Or when Max and I, like, when we go like out into the forest, right? And we yeet sticks, we literally yell yeet as we yeet the stick.
I love that immensely.
It's a lot of fun. It's
That's
so much
so
fun.
exciting. Being vocally feral is a huge thing for me. Like, I love to moan when I pee. Yeah, I said that on the internet just now. I thought about not, but no, I didn't. I thought about how I would have thought about not, but you need to know.
Yeah.
Moaning when you pee, the best. And I know we all try not to do it because it's, you shouldn't. But like, it feels really good.
No, sometimes I fully have an orgasm when I pee.
Yeah.
For real.
Wait, like an actual orgasm?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah, for real.
Okay. We need to have an orgasm conversation.
Okay.
Guys, comment below. Would you pay a ticket price to watch that episode? Because I don't
not to watch. It's to watch the episode about the conversation. I just want to make things so super clear. I just want to make sure that everything is crystal clear about the discussion. Having that discussion. That's the episode.
It literally never occurred to me.
I know, but I have seen some things.
Well, and OnlyFans exists. We shan't be coming on the internet for you guys, and I'm not sorry. But we can totally have those conversations if that interests you guys, because you know so many things that I do not know, and I would love to hear that, because to when you pee, like,
oh yeah,
OP. I don't know why I needed to say that, but it needed to come out of me.
That's okay.
Feral.
Follow
your impulses.
Yeah.
Let the good times roll. Because if you let them roll, then there's more good times to have.
Yeah.
I thought I might not make that last note because I was almost out of breath, but I've really been practicing, like, using my diaphragm to push for more.
Yeah.
Woo!
I liked it. That was a good one.
So anyway, going feral.
Yeah.
It's the tits. Let's talk more about it.
Yeah.
Using the phrase the tits is also a way in which I go feral, because I can guarantee you that Mark and Cindy Favreau would not approve.
So it's the full on. It's the 36-year-old like choosing to do
what I want.
The 13-year-old rebellion thing.
Yes.
Still. Yeah, because it still feels good.
Yeah. And if saying the tits ever feels not good, then I will stop saying it.
Yeah, I don't think it will. No, I don't think so.
Continue.
Yeah.
Maybe with less frequency as I find other fun phrases to say.
Yeah.
Because I love a good wordsmithing moment.
Yes.
Your little clippy bop is slipping out, and I'm letting you know because you were worried about it earlier. So
thank you. Appreciate you.
So I think it would be interesting to talk about perhaps other ways in which we allow ourselves to go feral and what maybe we admire in other people's versions of feral.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that there are so many beautiful things beyond just what we are doing. So if you have, oh my God, I would fucking love to hear from you guys in the comments.
Yes, please.
About what does feral look like for you guys? Whether that's something you desire to do or something that you're already doing. I would love to know both.
Yes. Things. Or just like, what does it, what would it mean? I'm so curious.
Like, what are some feral things that I want to do but haven't yet?
Yes.
I haven't peed outside in a really long time. I've never pooped outside, and I've always thought that would be really interesting to experience. I don't think I would ever repeat the experience, but I would be interested in finding out what it's like to do that. I think I may have done it as a kid and just blocked it out, actually. Now that I'm talking more about it. I would love to swim naked in a forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dance naked around a fire.
Yeah.
Being naked in nature. That's I've done that a few times, but like really hesitantly, like 35 seconds.
Yes, spending more time naked in nature for sure.
I may have cold plunged naked.
Good.
Many times.
Good.
But always in the dark of the night and carry checks to see if the neighbors are out.
That's so cute.
Well, because we like our neighbors.
Yes.
That is so. I don't want to
violate their consent of seeing you naked.
Yes.
I love that. That is
that was
respectful.
Kinder than the words I was going to use.
Yep.
And I wasn't going to use those words, so I was really struggling to find out other words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've given myself full singing permission.
Good. Yeah. You should do that also every other day.
I didn't as much when I recently vacationed with my family in Arizona. With my in-laws.
Yes.
I didn't even realize that I wasn't letting myself sing very much. It never occurred to me until I got home. We hauled our suitcases up the stairs. We filled my brother-in-law's tires because they had gone down while it was parked at our house. And like, I got inside. The door was closed, separating me from Chad.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't stop singing.
Yeah.
I just was singing and 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 singing. And Carrie was like, "You're usually exhausted when you get home." And I was like, "But I have so much song inside me. I have so many things to sing. I saw Sedona and the Grand Canyon for the first time. And it changed my life."
Yeah.
And it changed my life. I don't know how exactly all the time that it changed my life. Like, but it energetically changed my fucking life. So if you ever have the opportunity to go to Sedona and the Grand Canyon, go. Don't hesitate. Go. Because the upgrades, I don't know if you guys can feel it, but I am like a different person. I am more of me. Can you feel it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay, great. What does it look like?
You just look freer.
Oh, good. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
I look like I don't give as many fucks about.
Yeah, you just look freer. And the confidence too.
Yeah, because like, fuck it, man. Life's too short to not be me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my feral era.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
I bet if you listen cozily enough, you can hear the delectable sound of milk steaming in the background, while an open-hearted barista makes you the most exquisite cup of coffee this side of the Milky Way.
Karma Coffee is queen at inducing the most delectable vibes of coziness, warmth, and open-hearted joy. Frolic on over to Karma Coffee and get you an amazing Garden Goddess spicy chai off their secret menu. They'll know that I told you because I order it all the time.
Or order one of their one-of-a-kind waffle flights of their heavenly waffles.
They also have an amazing croissant breakfast, Sammy, that I wasn't planning on adding to this ad, but it's so good that I couldn't leave it out, but now we're out of time. So go get some amazing Karma Coffee. Love you. Bye. What was I saying before my whole singing interlude? Oh, so I just was singing for like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I just was wandering around my house, doing my things, singing everything. Sometimes just narrating what I was doing, sometimes singing songs that already exist, sometimes singing my own shit.
Yeah.
And it just was amazing.
That's so great. I love it.
It's also a testament to how I did my family vacation this time, because I did go to bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock every night, even though past Kayla would have stayed up later, and I was very tempted to stay up later because the Clarks, my sweet in-laws, are night owls.
Oh, wow.
And they'll stay up until like 1 in the morning.
Oh, my.
And so part of me is like, I was missing out on the fun. I was missing out on time with my sister-in-law.
What do they do until that late?
Drinking wine and chatting.
Oh.
And sometimes fucking around.
Oh, cool.
Just mostly just drinking wine and talking.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And it's fun. I enjoy that. And I also know that I have more energy to give throughout my day when I go to sleep.
Right.
Like I have higher quality of time instead of more quantity of time.
Yes.
And I don't know why the word quantity was really hard for me to think of, but that's okay.
That's okay.
So I did. And so I came back from my trip the most well-rested I've ever been from a trip. I had energy the next day after we picked up our dogs to go visit my mom and drop off her lemons and grapefruits.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "Wow, how are you here?
Yeah.
You're always tired."
Like you planned to have a whole, like you came home a day ahead to have a rest day.
I always come home so that I have a rest day before I have to go to work.
Yeah.
And well, I'm not going to say I didn't need it. I needed the time alone,
like a
but I didn't need rest.
Yes.
Necessarily.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll call going to bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock feral because it's out of the norm.
Yes.
It's out of the norm what past me would have done. It's out of the norm for
you know what I think it is?
What?
Doing whatever the fuck you want.
It is. Being feral is doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Tuning into what your body wants and needs and answering the call.
Yes, God. What a good fucking shout. Yeah. High five that shit.
Yeah.
My leg is falling asleep. I gotta
shifty Lou.
Well, I've been like, I don't know. I feel like I have too much energy to be sitting right now. I feel like honestly.
Yes. I feel like having this conversation about like
I'm getting more
feral
excited
and like rewilding like is it is. It's an energizing conversation.
Well, maybe I'll just do a little edge of the seat vibe because that many times is what I prefer.
Yeah.
When I'm working. Although it's so funny, I've noticed that. Should I scooch over? Am I too close to your mic now? I don't know. Yeah, well, maybe I'll try and angle a little bit more.
Okay, great.
Sorry
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I don't want to be like picked up by both mics and be like super fucking loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
I want to be nice to your guys' ear holes. I love your ear holes. They're so kind to listen to us and to watch us on YouTube, or maybe you are watching via captions right now. Like, so I love your eyeballs. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I love your ear holes and your eyeballs. That's what I got for you. I am so different.
This one just, oh, there it goes.
Thanks for trying. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're great.
Oh, did she just come all the way out? Sorry, we've got
we're having an issue.
A little twisty bob. Here, do you want me to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you were doing lefty loosey and you want a righty tighty vibe. But it's weird when you're doing it opposite of you. Okay. Yeah, I think that's such a good shout on what being feral truly is. It is. It's listening to what your body wants.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have been able to pinpoint that before you said it.
Yeah.
As to what specifically it is. But every time I sing or I vocalize or I moan when I pee or I scuttle around like a crab, it's because my body is craving play or it's craving that vocal emission.
Yes.
Right? Like it's tuning in. It's soul embodiment.
Yeah.
It's what we do at our soul embodiment dance and movement parties. The dance and movement parties are more so geared towards like physical movement, either like calm stretching or gentle hugging or full out dancing.
Right.
But like I've mentioned this to you before.
Yeah.
But you guys can hear also. I've also been thinking about doing soul embodiment like vocal expressions.
Yes.
Because sometimes it feels nice to have a practitioner or mentor or group of people together.
Yes.
Giving you permission to do things like
yeah.
Awooga.
Yeah.
Like just or like laughing, just like the
yes.
Just the permission to allow your body to make noises that it hasn't before.
Yes.
I'm almost feeling high at this present
yes.
moment. That laughter just like shot my energy up again.
Yes. Laughter yoga was like a whole big thing. And I mean, it still is, but like.
Yeah. Have you been? Did you go?
No, I've never gone, but I mean, you think about it, like if you think back to being a teenager or whatever, right? Like late at night, having those moments with your friends or with your sister, and you just get in those giggle fits, and it doesn't even matter. You don't even remember what started the conversation, but you're just laughing about laughing.
Yes.
And it's the funniest thing, and it's full belly laughs, and the tears roll, and it's just laughing,
and it's where
laughing and laughing.
The inside joke comes from.
Yes.
Like my sister and I once laughed to tears. Well, it may mostly have just been me, and she just was laughing at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said the phrase "fishy go boom," and I don't remember the context. I couldn't tell you what that's about, but it's fucking hysterical.
Yes.
So those nights of laughter, like that's just where it's at.
Yes.
And I think that's why I love so many of the soul circles that we're doing, or the like soul deep group coaching, like those moments of supported laughter, of permissive, allowed, celebrated laughter get to happen so much more frequently because we're intentional about inviting those vibes in.
Yes.
So when you get a little more intentional with how you get to be feral, or you allow yourself to be present in communities where being feral and being yourself and listening to your body and your intuition are celebrated, you get to do so much fucking more of those things.
Yes.
And it gives you every permission slip you write yourself allows for more permission slips to be written.
Absolutely.
It's like, it's exponential.
Yeah.
And if you visualize exponential growth, you start with one thing that grows into two things, and those two things grow into four things, and those four things grow into 16 things.
Yes.
And that is where I will stop the math. But it's the growth that keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing.
Yes.
And when you just like shyly write that like first or second permission slip for yourself.
Yeah.
Holy fucking tits, baby.
Yeah.
Your life gets to change.
Mm-hmm.
And the more of those slips you write, the more scuttle crabbing, or the more like howling at the moon, or talking to the moon, or swimming naked in that pond that you know of, in that forest you know of. Like whatever it is that you choose to write your permission slip for, like, that's only the beginning. That's only the next new beginning. That's only the next new step. There are so many more steps laid out in front of you now. That's hot. Like, that's so sexy.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
That's one of the sexiest things I can fucking think of, you guys. Like, that's just so cool. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Truly. I cannot express to you how exciting that is, because maybe I can. I can express to you how exciting that is because continuously writing myself permission slips for the last 5 years has changed my life in unimaginable ways. I didn't know that I could have a podcast with my bestie for over a year now. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know when I was waffling on whether or not I was going to leave my teaching job. I didn't know that this was possible, that being in this space with these people with this amount of permission and confidence, I didn't know that was possible. Sweet baby Kayla of 5 to 6 years ago was struggling in a system that was not allowing me to thrive, had no idea I could be the person that I am today. So keep going, keep writing those permission slips. What is possible for you is unimaginable.
It is.
I'm crying because what the fuck are we going to be doing in 5 years?
Dude, I don't know. I keep thinking about this. I feel like I've had this exact conversation so many times. Like 2 years ago, I would have never thought I would have been where I was last year.
Yes.
And last year to this year, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Did you guys know, if you've been listening from the beginning, that we were going to start a whole ass healing arts collaborative? Because we didn't know. I mean, I had dreams for Braveheart Open Mind.
Yeah.
But like, that set the stage for what is possible here.
Right.
This is going to be, and I can
feel
it in my bones, so much more than what I imagined for Braveheart Open Mind.
Yeah.
Because I was alone.
Yeah.
We have made the decision to do things together. Yay. Like Ashley and I, and the community that we've built. Yay. You guys listening, you guys who are local, who are coming to our events already, you guys who are not local, you've seen those teasers or listened to those teasers about the Interplay portal. Yes. You are going to get to be able to come along for the ride. So the people that we're meeting and gathering and enjoying, that is amplifying whatever the fuck is possible for us. I know it.
Oh, absolutely.
So good. So going feral will change your life. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
It'll make you start a podcast and cry on the internet a lot. Perhaps if that's what your feralness is asking you to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the that on that.
Mm-hmm.
I will also mention, because we mentioned talking about other people's brands of feral that we enjoy and perhaps might want for ourselves one day.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy Taylor Swift's brand of feral.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she just like drops Easter eggs and creates mystery
and
does whatever the fuck she wants with her brand. I love that. I desire to be like that. Not exactly. Like I don't want to be Taylor Swift. I would never want to be anything other than me.
Yeah.
Did I just say that?
Yeah.
I just said that. So many things that I get to say now organically. They just fall out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And parts of me are like, did we just say that?
Yeah.
We did. We just said that.
And we fucking meant it.
And we meant it and we agree with it.
Yeah.
Because I can say things and mean them and parts of me disagree with it.
Yeah.
But that was a full body yes. Yes. How'd you know that was a low?
Yeah, no, I can feel it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because when it's a full body yes, it comes from the root. I know it. I don't know.
Yeah, because it comes from the root.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is so fun and playful how she engages with her audience. And I would love to have the time and energy to do that.
Yes.
We are in the process of getting more help. We are in the process of expanding the crew on this beautiful ship that we are sailing through life. And hopefully that means more fun and mystery and engagement with people who want in on the magic that we're creating.
Yes. Okay, open-hearted humans, let's jazz up your workday by adopting colleagues and collaborators on your same energetic wavelength.
Your Soul Welcome is officially offering a co-work and chill membership where you can work in our Omaha HQ's delicious soul lounge, shoulder to shoulder with other amazing humans who want to collab and connect with you. We may not all be doing the same job, but we're all interested in making the world a more beautiful place. And that is the fucking honey of life, my sweet little nectarine.
Discover more about the Co-Work and Chill membership today. Frolic on over to yoursoulwelcome.com to learn more and sign up.
Hey, yo. The people who want in on what we're brewing.
Yes.
Oh, look at me using witchy terms.
There's a lot of people who would like to see our faces more often. When I was at the expo for a few short minutes, because I didn't stay very long because I got very overwhelmed. But lots of people were like, why aren't you and Kayla here? Do you and Kayla have a booth? You guys, why don't you have a booth? And are you guys not booth people? Annie said that.
Oh, we're booth people, Annie, I promise. We're just really busy and tired right now. We're trying to get our ducks in a row. Well, we're trying to show our ducks where our pond is so that they can enjoy the pond. We're the ducks.
We're getting there.
We're really trying. No, we are. Sorry, I didn't.
No, you're great.
I didn't hit you with that much life.
No.
Oomph. Well,
you did. It's okay.
Carrie tells me that I need to be aware of the force with which I excitedly contact people.
I'm great. I'm totally good. I'm good.
What the fuck was I saying? I was correcting the fact that I said trying. Because trying isn't real. Do or do not, Yoda has said.
We are doing. We are just in the...
We are learning how to balance all of the things.
We have been booth people. We still are.
Yeah, we started as booth people.
Yeah. We still are. We are currently in this season of this. And we will get back to that season when it cycles back around to that. We're just currently in this.
Because meeting people and hanging out with people That's what I
Yeah,
want
where we get to just where we get to be stationary and cute and comfy and giving out stickers and saying, hey, yo.
I do not want to be creating links and making Facebook events and making sure that payment processing is correct. Like those are the things that need to be done and not the things I desire to be doing,
and I don't.
Other than I desire for it all to be working.
Yeah. Yes. It's not my jam either. Yo. It's happening. It's happening. We're getting help. We have help. We have music.
We have a meeting this literal afternoon with someone to help us.
And we already have amazing help.
Yes. Sweet Soul Luna is on our team. Oh my gosh. And shout out to you, Soul Luna, because you are
a fucking rock star.
Like so amazing. And I haven't legitimately done the sign of the cross in 9 million years, but I did it for you. Because I am so fucking thankful.
Yes, the value you bring to our team.
Yes.
Beyond.
And I'm so excited that once we meet with the other human this afternoon to like officially announce that kind of stuff. We should have Soul Luna on sometime so people can meet her.
Yes.
I watch sorted food on YouTube. Sorted, not sordid. You know what I mean? Like it's not like
food on tiny little sword skewers like
it is. Oh, it is also not sworded.
Oh.
No, it's sorted, as in the British phrase when something is all completely done and beautiful, like sorted.
Okay.
This thing has been sorted. So it's sorted food, and it's these like 5 British bros just living their best lives.
Cool.
They started out with 2 of them as chefs and the other 3 as, they call them normals, so just home cooks. And they're so fun. What the fuck was the point of this story? I lost it. What was I talking about?
Did they have somebody on?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
great.
I so in love getting to know their food team, like the people who aren't the original 5 people who started the channel, but the like ones behind the scenes, like they'll mention the camera people and they'll like bring some of their food team on, like some of the chefs that they've hired in the background to do some of the prep work. I so enjoy meeting those people. So I would love to have Soul Luna on here so that people can know and love her. And that other particular person, I would love to have her on too if she feels available for that.
That and Soul Luna is just a wealth of knowledge and so many, she has got expertise in so many areas and
she's so good.
Yes.
She just is this bright light, and she both calms me down and in this season stresses me out because she has so many good questions to ask that I don't have answers for yet, or I haven't thought of, or I haven't had the energy to finish, but she's like, let's do this thing, let's do this thing, let's make sure this is done so that we can like, and she just is so amazing. And I just need to figure out how to be the leader, the employer. I think that sounds weird calling myself that, but I'll feel into that version of my leadership.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to be the leader that I know that I have the capacity to be, and that I desire to be. And thanks, Soul Luna, for being my training wheel.
Yes. Soul Luna is just such a go-getter.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
Because
I've had one other experience with an assistant, and how do I want to phrase this in a self-loving way? It's okay. You can be self-loving, Kayla. I did the best that I could, and I know that I made many mistakes.
Right.
I just didn't have the organizational and forethought skills fully lined up. And so it didn't long-term work out in the way that I hoped that it would. I hope that person that I was working with had an okay time, like had a good time.
Yeah.
I think we parted ways on an okay vibe, but I know that I have more to offer, and I am ready to bring that to the table this time. I am not scared of being that person.
Yeah.
And I think I really was.
Yeah.
I was really scared of being that person.
Right.
So thanks, Soul Luna.
Yeah. Soul Luna's the mom. She's so great.
So are there other things about being feral that need discussed this day? Because we didn't start a timer and the recording that we're using doesn't have a timer. So I don't know how long it's been. Actually, I do. Because I texted a person. We are doodle 12:36. Oh yeah, we're just over an hour, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe if we cut out some of the beginning, we are around an hour-ish.
Okay. I would just I would just say, like, just try to be easy on yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Give yourself grace.
Because we've had a lot of excitement and like the good girl on this podcast and be gentle with yourself, as Ashley said.
Yeah.
It's okay that you are starting out with permission slip 1 and then permission slips 2 and 3. Like when you think about that exponential graph, right? It's okay. And circling back to an example I used before, have forgiven myself for not singing in the presence of my in-laws. Like it's okay now that I have witnessed that. I was tempted to feel bad about that and to feel like I wasn't myself enough for myself. Yes. But like the only person who decides that is me, and I decide that I get to be forgiven for not singing for a week.
Right.
Because A, I made up for it, and B, I learned that that's what I was doing, right? Like sometimes we need to see the circumstance in which we learn to see the pattern. Like you can't help yourself to grow without recognizing the things that are holding you back. And it's okay. It's okay that you didn't know to begin with, and it's okay to learn.
Yes. And during the process, I mean, feelings are going to come up and feelings are going to happen afterwards. I know that when I started allowing myself to do the things that I had prevented myself from doing, a lot of the things that I do in frolicking and being my full silly self, I would be really hard on myself afterwards. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Or I bet I looked stupid or something like that. And so if those feelings come up, like, try to remember to be gentle with yourself. Like, and
there's literally a song called Gentle with Yourself by Karen Drucker that I so recommend. Go find it on Spotify.
It's a great song.
Karen Drucker, Gentle with Myself. If I ever was trying to be gentle with myself, but like wasn't achieving that.
Yes.
That song has helped me so many times.
Yes, that is a great song. I know you've sent that song to me and it has helped me for sure. Because it gets easier.
It does.
And
each permission slip feels more and more exciting.
Yes.
And scary. But like the excitement grows.
And eventually it stops feeling so scary.
Yeah.
It really does.
Genuinely. Things that would paralyze me, freeze my nervous system, now
excite me, for real.
Genuinely, yes. And the extreme things that I am still afraid of, the fear is not quieter, but gentler in some way, because I have built more self-trust.
Yes.
I trust that I have my own back. I trust that it's okay, and I'm going to be loving to myself to the best of my ability in the moment. And And if I can't do that, I'll listen to the Karen Drucker song.
Yes.
Right? And
Yeah.
bring in things from others to help myself feel gentle with myself.
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of the app that Amanda and Angela have from Heart Magic Healing. We've had them on the podcast before. Their vibrational healings are so instrumental in helping me to invite myself into more self-compassion, more self-love, because even as a self-love mentor, like, we have those things that we struggle with. And yeah, I think I'm so glad that you brought that point up, because I also wanted to mention that even though sometimes what you said is so super relatable, and I have absolutely felt those things, and also when I go and do the big bold thing and I'm like excited that I've done it, there is also this feeling of grief for not having allowed myself to do that in so long. Yes. And that grief is real, and it is worthy of honor, and it is worthy of letting yourself feel through, because it comes from that tender inner child. It comes from that part of you that wanted to do it all along, but hadn't been allowing yourself. Absolutely. And you feel grief for that child. I'm giving myself little goosebumps. And that's such an organic, natural emotion to feel. So please feel so surrounded in community, because that feeling is common. You are not alone. We are here with you. The other people watching and listening are here with you. And yeah, we get to go feral together, baby. Yes. Yeah. 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 That's it. That's all I have for you is guttural noises or singing or excitement. That's it. Those are the things that I have for you.
I love that.
Almost all of my feral is vocal, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I have a defined throat chakra. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm a human design manifester. It's okay. It's meant for me.
That is. It really is. It so is.
Hey, yo.
I can't wait to hear some. I really hope that you guys have some comments and let us know your thoughts on this episode.
And I know that we haven't added probably any time in the last 6 months questions in the comments like we used to do when we started the podcast. I hope that we can start that back up again, because I think it was a easier invitation into replying. But you're still so invited, even though we might not have time to write the questions right at the present moment, but we're gonna again, and we like asking them during. And
when you do comment, we like to come back and chime in and respond. And
your comments make our hearts happy.
For real.
Most of course, we just love hanging out with you.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's beautiful that we get to hang out with you like this, and also it fills our little cups when we get this comment from you. So
absolutely.
We love you guys so much.
So much.
Okay. We're out, boo-boos.
Love you. Bye.
Hell yeah. What a good fucking episode.
That was so good.
Oh my God. We were on point. And we're probably not going to edit this part out. So, thanks. Okay, love you.